Okay, today we're going to go over a little bit on doing the threshold testing. This is the actual audiometer that we use here in the clinic. If you'll notice, this is the part that the audiologist would see. And it's set up right now at 30 dBHL, 1000 hertz. Okay. We're presenting a tone through the headphones in the right ear. And it says FM because that is the warble tone that we're going to use. So your patient would be over in the patient room and you would have already given them instructions. So we're going to go ahead and starting here at 1000 hertz at 30. I'm going to present the tone, which you'll see comes right over here. Now if the patient hears it, they'll respond by pushing the patient response button, which will show up right there. Okay, so they did respond, so now I need to go down 10. I will push the tone again. Patient responded. Go down 10. Patient responded. Go down 10. This time the patient didn't respond, so I need to go up in 5 decibel steps. No response. Response. So I need to go down one more time to make sure that I find threshold. Okay, so there is my threshold for 1000 hertz in the right ear at 10 decibels. So now what I'm going to need to do is grab my red pen, because it's red, right, round, and I'm going to actually mark it on the audiogram. So I will look across the top to 1000 hertz, look over to the side, find 10 decibels, line them up, and here is where I will put my mark. Okay. The next frequency that I'll test then would be 2000 hertz and starting at 30. Patient responded. Patient responded, down 10. No response, up 5. No response, up 5. That's the second time at 20, so we're going to go down one more time. And there's threshold. So I find 30 decibels at 2000 hertz. Okay. Now, as you can see, there is a difference of 20 decibels between between 1000 and 2000 hertz. So in this case, if we were doing this, we'd want to do the interoctave frequency. Okay, let's do one more. Let's go to 4000 hertz at 30. Okay, at 30 the patient did not respond. So in this case we have to go up 20 decibels because it's the initial time that they didn't respond. They heard it at 50, and now we start doing our bracketing again. One thing you have to be careful of when you're doing the testing is that you don't get into a pattern. It's okay to have a pattern if the patient's not hearing it, but if the patient is responding, you don't want them to be able to guess at hearing the tone. And there's threshold. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll be back to talk about what you need to do with the other ear.